Hey, how's it going? Now, before we get into today's episode, I just wanted to quickly show my appreciation to Curtis. Now, halfway through our Zoom call, the Zoom call disconnected us, and I'll be honest, it's because I forgot to pay my Zoom bill. Typical HHT moment, I know. But I want to say thank you to Curtis because he stuck around and we finished off an amazing conversation. Now, this conversation itself had a lot of eye-opening moments, a lot of moments with dots connected, where things clicked and things just made more sense. So I cannot wait to see and hear what you take away from it. Can't wait for you to tune in and can't wait just for you to listen to this amazing chat. I love you. Enjoy today's episode and thank you again, Curtis. Enjoy, guys. Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Hendo.topics. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're loving yourself. Hope you're having a good week so far. Now today I'm lucky joined by Curtis Weeks, or some of you may know him as Coach Curtis. How's it going, brother?
Good, brother. Thank you very much for having me on here.
No, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time. I'm always very grateful for like yourself who takes time out of their week to come and have a yarn on the podcast. Very grateful.
Nah, primo. Man, let's do it, bro. I'm real excited, bro. Like I was saying, off here, bro. Like I'm genuinely excited for this, bro.
Well, let's get into it, bro. Now I'm gonna dive straight into it. You're a
Yeah,
mental performance coach. You're a mental
yeah,
performance
brother.
coach. I want to ask, bro, what was it that guided you to pursue that role?
Bro, this is like the most frequently asked question I get, and I can never give a short answer.
Yeah,
Like
go for
I
it.
can, bro.
Yeah,
No matter what I say, like it's, bro. Life happened. So I guess, bro. In order for me to give you how I ended up where I am, it's
yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah,
pretty much it's pretty much my life story, brother.
yeah.
Yeah. So I grew up, bro, born and raised on the North Shore of Auckland. But I was like a real chubby kid growing up, a little bit of a victim, got bullied heaps, bro, heaps. I experienced lots of like racism
Yep.
because I'm like half caste Maori, Pakeha, but like I'm fucking Norwegian, German, Irish. Like I'm just a mixed breed, and I love it. So growing up, I'd experience racism from like Pakeha kids, and then I'd experience racism from Maori kids, because of my white skin. So
Yep. Yep.
because it wasn't tough, but like it was there was just like no belonging, for a good sense, a good I guess chunk of my life. I just felt like I didn't fit in, and that's
Yep.
good. That's good because I really appreciate. I still don't fit in. Like I'm my own.
Yeah, bro.
So yeah, I grew up by getting bullied. Life was good though. Like these are just minor little things that happen. Yeah, just went through life, bro. Being a victim, being fat. Ended up playing league and softball. Those were like my main sports growing up, and I'd make the rep teams for those. But it was never really something I was passionate about.
Mm-mm.
Got to high school, I got even fatter. I scored a gig working at KFC, so I ate a lot of that. And then joined the Navy, bro, at 17. So instead of doing my last year of high school, I joined the Navy. And that was purely because I needed to change my environment. Like
Mm-hmm.
I was tagging heaps. Like the tagging was all good. I had a good group of people. We got a little bit famous, as they say. But like it was some of the other things that happened in that world. Like I started being around not the wrong type of people, but like people that were doing bad things. Like so. One night I was at a party and fucking someone got stabbed up pretty bad, eh? So it was in that moment I was like, shit, I need to change my life, or I'll be either getting stabbed up, doing it, whatever, like I'll be going to prison. So for me, I was at a clear fork in the road. I was like, I'm not doing high school. High school's not for me. I need to get out of here because if I don't, I'm going to prison. So the military was the route that I chose. Ended up being in the Navy for 13 years, bro, and
Yep.
spent 5 years of my career at sea, total. So that changes you as a human. Spent 9 years as a chef, then 4 years as a physical training instructor. But even before joining the Navy, I told people, I was like, I'm going to join the Navy. And they're like, bro, fucking wake up. You're a fat cunt. Like, no way you're
Yep.
gonna do that. Like, I can't do it. Why do you think you can? So then that happened. And then sort of the same thing happened when I was going to become a physical training instructor. I was a chef. I was like, I'm going to be a PDI. And they're like, bro, wake up. Like, look at them. They're fucking fit. You can't do that. So it happened, like so I just yeah, through life and trauma, just experiences, just getting knocked down over and over again in life, I managed, to just build a mindset also while I was in the Navy, I was fighting, you know. So I
Yep.
went from playing footy to fighting, you know, and that came from the bullying, you know. Like I was getting bullied for so long that when I was in the Navy, I was just like, fuck it, I got to prove a point. I got to fight everyone, anyone, whoever wants some, I got it, you know. Like,
Yep.
and like I got heaps of hidings. I didn't care, you know. Like I just wanted to get something off my chest, you know, and prove it to myself, you know, prove to myself that I wasn't a victim, you know, I wasn't a little useless cunt, which is like a internal dialogue I used to always say to
Hmm.
myself. And then yeah, so that's how I ended up fighting, because I was fighting in footy as well. And I was like, shit, like I fight while we're partying, I fight while we're playing rugby. Maybe I should do it as a sport. You know, like I genuinely enjoyed it as scrap, you know. So then I got into that, and then I'd met a mental performance coach when I had my last fight, pretty much, which was like in 2016. And yeah, from meeting him, my life changed, bro. That's
Yep.
when I wanted to become a physical training instructor, you know. And he just, like, bro, he just changed my life, bro. His name's David Neath, bro. He is the man. He's my mentor to this day, you know. He helped guided me down this path. But what happened was, when I was doing the physical training course, so after the selection itself was bloody hard. And then while I was doing the course, that's when I really discovered, bro, like mindset. Like if you don't have the mindset, nothing's gonna happen. So
Yep.
I fell in love with that the mental performance side. And then as I did the senior course of the physical training instructor, we dove into a lot of the science behind a lot of things, and then a little bit on psychology. And I was like, nah, yeah, mindset. I want to be either a sports psychologist or a mental performance coach.
Hmm.
And then yeah, I reached out to Big Dave, and he just gave me the guidance I needed. He was like, mate, this is where I studied, and it was called the Ted James Company. They specialize in neuro-linguistic programming, timeline therapy, and hypnosis. So yeah, I got qualified up in those. And then yeah, bro, ended up leaving the military in 2020, but I started the mental performance coaching pretty much 2019, and then yeah, just took the ball, ran with it. So yeah, that's how I became a mental performance coach, brother.
Yeah, but straight away, bro, is I want to say is a lot of people don't they think, you know, your experiences or past trauma, that it can put you in a dark place, but there's many beautiful things that can come from it. You know, like what you're doing now, bro, is that spiraled from somewhere that once in that time that you were in a dark place, like you said, you feel like you didn't fit in. And that's, I think I wanted to say to that is, if there's you listening to our conversation right now, if you're in that position right there, is don't let that moment determine your future. You know,
Oh,
Curtis is an example right now that no matter how many times you get knocked back, there'll be always something more beautiful on the other side of it.
oh, absolutely. Like, just believe in yourself. That's the biggest thing, man. It's just believe in yourself. It doesn't matter what people say about you, but their opinion of you doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
it's not what matters is your opinion of yourself, and holding yourself accountable for those opinions, and making promises to yourself. Steve Harvey, bro, I don't know if you heard of him, but
Mm-hmm.
he speaks about life is about 10% what happens to you, and 90% what you actually do from that event, you know. So,
Yep.
and that really hits hard, you know. So it is, you know, like you could get embarrassed, you could make a fool of yourself, or you know, something could go wrong, and then everyone has this different opinion of you. You just, you know, observe what happened, what went wrong, how could you do it better, stand up, dust yourself off, bro, hold your head up, and just carry on, you know, just crack on.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
life, you know.
It's
Yeah.
such a powerful mindset as well. Once you find it, once you can find that mindset of, you know, I say acknowledging and accepting. You know, you acknowledge that it's happened, you've accepted that it's happened, but then you
Mm-hmm.
realize it's happened. You know, it's happened.
Very hard.
Nothing I can do about it. So I'm going to use that to my advantage. Like you said, what can I do different next time? How's this helped me? What has it taught me? And always, when I was younger, I'm like yourself, bro. When I was younger, you know, never felt like I fit in, because I was the same. I was a tubby kid in school. Ended up
Yeah.
having to become friends with my bullies because I didn't really have anyone else in school.
Mm.
And it's, I've learned over the years is not, you forgive and forget what happened, but you don't forget how it made you feel and what it taught you. You know, those core feelings and memories can really help keep that fire, that flame ignited for the rest of your life.
Hard out, bro. Yeah, actual. Because the best thing about the forgiving is it's like you're releasing that negative energy.
Yeah.
Because if
Yep.
you don't forgive, man, like it just eats away at you slowly, and you
Yep.
slowly grow bitter. I've seen many friends and family members that just haven't forgiven people like 10 years ago for something that happened, bro, and their life is not nice. They
Mm-hmm.
just everything's wrong, and it just comes back to like whatever you focus on, you attract. Like, so they're focusing on the negative things that happened 10 years ago, which has
Mm-hmm.
made them focus on the negative things each and every day, which then attracts that sort of negative lifestyle. And now they're just bitter, they're just bitter people. And it's real sad, and I show a lot of empathy towards them. But you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink it.
Yeah, bro.
You just
Exactly.
you can give them the tools, but shit, if they're not going to use it, they're not going to use it. The
Yeah,
tools are
bro.
just going to sit there collecting dust.
If I want to ask you, bro, if someone came to you right now, say they were my age or younger, or older, age doesn't really matter. If someone came to you and they said, "Bro, shit's happened to me. How do I break this mental cycle and not let the shadow follow me around everywhere?"
We gotta break that. Like, there's that's a beautiful question. Like, there's a lot there to unpack. Like, shit's happening to me. Like, specifically what? But
Yeah.
then, what's your goal? Like, what do you actually want? Like, firstly, we need to start with a goal. And well, that leads me into like my 5 pillars. So my system, or framework that I like to use is it's not something I created, but I just grabbed all these things
Mm-hmm.
that make people successful, or things that I've observed successful people use, and I've just made it a framework. And the first one is know your outcome. Like,
Mm-hmm.
always know the outcome. You don't need to focus on the outcome, just know where you're going. So if someone wants to come to me and they're like, bro, shit's just going wrong, man, I don't fucking know what I'm doing, I'm just aimlessly walking through life, man. First thing is, well, what's the outcome, bro? What do you want? Like, what do you want from life? What do you want from business? What do you want from your physical standpoint, your spirituality, mentally, bro? What do you want? Because a lot of people don't even know.
Yeah.
From there, they'll be like, fuck, I don't know. It's like, well, find that one first, and then we can move forward.
Yep.
So I've got 5 pillars. So 5 pillars. It's first one is know your outcome. So always know the outcome. Second one is perceptions, projection. So if you can see it in your mind, bro, and you perceive it, you start visually seeing it before it's even happened, and then you can work your way towards it. So you start visualizing the process. Like, this step needs to happen, so this happens, so then that happens, which will then get me to the outcome.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a plan, because plans change all the time. The map's not quite the territory. Like,
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
it might be like A's here, B's here. It's not going to be a straight line. Fuck,
Yeah,
there's
bro.
ups,
Yeah.
down. It was like that thing I sent you yesterday. Like that happens.
The growth and yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. You think you're a genius, and then you're back at the bottom. You're like, fuck, I don't know shit. But that's all good. That's growth.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So if you can visualize it, then perceptions, projection, you start projecting it up to the world, to the universe, and it starts slowly coming in. The next pillar, bro, is it's time and energy, bro. So
Mm-hmm.
what are you willing to do with your time and energy to get to that outcome? Because a lot of people talk shit. They're like, this is the goal, this is the outcome, but then watch the actions. What are you doing?
Yep.
I just watched you watch 4 hours of Netflix. I just watched,
Yep.
these things. You just told me you want to be more positive, but here you are talking shit about this person. Like, you're contradicting what you just said. So what are you willing to do with your time and energy? Because there's 24 hours in every day, and why can't the next sort of Elon Musk be from New Zealand? Be from Australasia? Like,
Yep.
why? It's all in your time and energy. Whatever your outcome is, you see it, you believe it, bro. You start putting in that time and energy, because you have to act on it. You have to work. Pillar number 4, bro, is consistently pursuing excellence. So this is hard. Excellence is hard to do every single day. And what I get my clients to do, bro, is make the bed, because a lot of people do
Mm-hmm.
talk about making your bed every morning, and it's overcoming the first hard task for the day. But
Yep.
if you can make your bed with excellence, it's different. It changes the mindset. You've just gone from chucking the blanket over, chuck the pillows on, to actually doing it with intent. Like excellence is doing the best with what you have at that time. So that's excellence. So yeah, the moment they do that, it's just a small task, then they can move on to tying their shoelace with excellence. They can then deal with problems, deal with the job with excellence.
Mm-hmm.
Rather than aimlessly going through the task job or whatever. It's just a minor detail that makes a major difference. And then the last pillar, bro, is keeping it 100. So that's giving 100% effort in everything you do. But not only that, it's like keeping it 100 with yourself. If you're going to make a promise to yourself, you're going to keep it 100 with yourself. You're going to have this high standard that you set for yourself, enforce it not only on yourself, but also with your peer group, those around you. You're going to keep it 100 with them. You're going to have that hard talk. Bro, you're being a fuckwit. Like, I don't mean that with any malice. You're being a fuckwit, like, I know you can do better. Come on, bro. Having that empathy, having that compassion, just keeping it 100 with you and those around you. And that's my framework, bro. So everything I do when I meet up with clients and I work with people is it always comes back to the framework. Yeah, so that's what I'll do with them, bro.
Well, I love the time and energy pillar, bro. I love that. Is that doing this podcast? When I was back doing my football and I was climbing the ladder before COVID, is the whole sporting scene, apart from when it's like when it's a team sport, is you have 70% of that done for you because you go to training and you work with a team, and then that last percent is you working on your own, which isn't tough because you have 3-4 trainings a week, how many you have. But something what like you're doing, bro, or the likes of myself, or our other brothers and sisters doing what we're doing, is it is time and energy. If you can envision it, you can do it. But how are you going to do it? Exactly like you said, bro. And doing this for 2 years has taught me a lot about myself. Is okay, Jack. You say you want to do this, you didn't do it. You didn't do it. So stop complaining. If you want to do this, and how are you going to do it to get there? And it's taught me a lot about myself, and I want to say it now because what you said about the time and energy, bro, is everyone thinks, okay, it's gonna take me years and years and years to do it. And reality is, it is. Don't let that. It's gonna take 5 years. It's gonna take 10 years. Stop you. Think about it. I like to think about it in weekly periods. Okay, what I'm gonna smash up for this week. What am I gonna do tomorrow so I can make the next day better than it was today? What am I gonna do? It's all about perspective. I love talking about perspective. It's the perspective you have. The way you view what you're trying to do. Like you said, if you wake up in the morning, you make the bed of excellence. That's a pivotal moment to the rest of your day. You can wake up and the first 20 seconds, 5 minutes of your morning is the determination of the rest of your day. If you have a crap day, it's probably because you woke up in the morning saying, I can't be stuffed today.
Absolutely, bro. Straight up, like it's everything. Your morning and bro, like routine is massive.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
Like as you say, like there's that saying, and it's been, I don't know if it's constantly on your feed, bro, but like I'm always seeing people saying like win the morning, win the day.
Win the morning, bro.
Bro, that is a fact.
Yep.
Sort out some sort of morning routine and just apply it, because that creates the habit. And once it's a habit, bro, it's a behavior. And in order for us to be successful, bro, we need to behave our way to success. It's you can't just wish upon a star and it's there. That's part of it. You wish, you pray. Praying's easy. You're just asking the universe, God, whatever you want to call it, for what you want. But it's about actually doing it. You've got to actually do the work.
Yeah, bro. And I love the law of attraction, bro. I love speaking my mental reality into the universe, because I try to slowly push people onto who aren't so on that side of the perspective. It's not just the whole point out to the universe, it's you just speaking it out loud. There's a difference between saying it in your head and actually speaking it out loud. Once you've spoken it out loud, bro, you're going to be working subconsciously towards that goal every day, because you've spoken it out loud, and then within that time you've gone, okay, this is what I want. Say do you want to go for a run? You go for a run. Before you go for the run, okay, I want to do, I want to do 5Ks in under 30 minutes or something. You speak that out before the run. I've done it a couple of times, bro. That first run that was hard last week, I've said it, and that run has, I don't know what's happened, but because I've said it, bro, it's a breeze. You're working
Yeah.
harder. You know, your mindset, your mental strength. Rather than saying, okay, I'm tired, I'm gonna walk for 10 seconds. Nah, you're tired. You
Mm,
can walk when you get home. You know, you can walk. The faster you run, the quicker you can get home. Like, it's that all about
absolutely.
that perspective, bro. Yeah,
It's you're laying the intention, bro.
yeah,
That's what you're doing. Like what is my intention for this run? Like
yeah,
sub 30, let's go, let's get it. And there's that thing, Kobe Bryant, bro. I don't know if it's on been on your feet, but he says rest at the end, not in
yep,
the middle.
yep.
So if that's the intention, fucking work your ass off until you get it. Hey, and if you fall short, you tried.
Yeah, bro.
Tomorrow's
Exactly.
another day.
Love that. Yeah,
Next week, bro, you tried. That's
yeah,
People often don't even try. They don't set the intention to start with. Then so you've set the intention, you've done it, you've achieved it. How did that make you feel, Labo?
yep.
Like quite chuffed with yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly, man. Exactly. And it is that. It's that reward, that reward you get from self validation when you do something like that it's an amazing feeling. So I want to put it out to you tuning into our conversation right now is set a goal for yourself. It doesn't have to be a 5K run under 30 minutes. It just has to be when you wake up in the morning, make your bed, or the night before work, make your lunch for the next day. Set those little subtle changes in your overall weekly routine will be a huge change, and you'll feel better. You won't be waking up in the morning rushing to pack a lunch and end
Mm.
up stressing because you're going to be late while you're driving to work. It'll be so much better. You wake up, oh shit, I made my lunch last night, make my bed, have maybe 10 minutes extra chill time before you leave to work. There's your rest of your day done. And it, like Curtis said, it becomes a habit, it becomes a routine. It's those successes that you need to push you. When there's an end goal, like you said, people usually only tend to see the end goal, and they think, okay, I'll just, like you said, I'll pray to the universe, get to that end goal. It doesn't happen. Okay, why doesn't it happen? It's not just because you're not putting that time and energy. It's deeper than that. It's what are
Yeah.
you doing? It's what are you doing leading up to those opportunities to have that time and energy put into what you want to do. It doesn't have to. So, like, say for the podcast, it's not just sitting down and talking to yourself, bro. It's okay, how am I going to compose myself? How am I going to think? How am I going to calm down? Am I going to rush it? What am I going to do? So, like, when I
Mm.
woke up this morning, all I thought about was, okay, I'm going to ask Curtis this and this and this. I'd love to know this. Let's chat about this. It's a build up. It's like the
Beautiful.
run, bro. You don't stop till the end, like you said. What Kobe says, you don't stop in the middle. The hard work and the time and energy starts from the beginning. And
Mm.
if you're a 9 to 5 worker and that's what you love to do, it starts from your Monday morning or even your Sunday night before the start of the
Yeah.
week. That mindset starts on Sunday night so you can smash out the week.
Bro, absolutely. And like you said, bro, that it is deeper. So
Yeah,
when you look at your goals, before you even sort your goals out, bro, you have to understand what your core values are.
yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
cause fucking bro, like values lead to beliefs.
Yep.
And if your values and your beliefs aren't congruent with your goals, bro, you're never going to achieve them. Like
Yeah,
ever.
exactly.
And,
Yeah.
and, and everyone would have experienced it in their life some moment in time, like you set a goal, I don't know if people are still shredding for R&V, but like I use that as an example, someone's like, I'm going to shred for R&V, but that's not really part of their values, and then
Yeah.
like a month into it, they sort of fall off the wagon. It's like, fuck it, I'm going to enjoy myself regardless. So fuck the shredding, So it's ensure that your values are lined up with your goal,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll achieve that.
Love that, bro. Love that. Now, I want
Mm.
to move into. I just want to ask some advice, man. For overthinkers. Overthinkers is such a overlooked aspect of mental health. There's a lot of people who, they overthink. They don't even realize they do overthink. If
Yeah.
for someone out there who's overthinking, whether they know they overthink or don't know they overthink, what's some advice that you have for, just be like, hey, I understand you're worrying about near to nothing. You're worrying about scenarios that haven't risen to the occasion or probably never will. Just chill
Yeah.
out.
100%, bro. But one thing I deal with quite a lot of overthinkers, and
Yeah.
the biggest tool that helps them, bro, is I tell them to write it down. Just
Yep.
write it down. What are you thinking about? And then again, bro, what is the outcome?
Yep.
What are you trying to achieve from this? And then from that, they write down your problems, and then figure out the solutions.
Yep.
From there, focus on the solution and not the problem. Because again, like talking about the law of attraction, whatever you put your focus into, it's attracted to you. So if you start focusing on the solutions rather than the problems, it just happens. Things fall into place, and then you're like, I can do this. You might do something and fail, but that's all good, because like that was an idea you had. You had to act on it, and then you got feedback straight away. You're like, oh well, fuck, that didn't work as I thought it would,
Yeah.
but I noticed this happened. So right here, I might try it this way next time. So you've got a new idea for the same problem, and then you have to act on that as well. And then so write it down first and foremost. Then find solutions. If you don't know the solutions, or if you can't think of the solutions, ask someone that's in the position that you want to be at, like for a solution. Like, hey, I've got this problem here. This is a solution I can think of. How would you go about it? And then from there, you've got another perspective. They might come with a different angle, or like if it's someone that's been experienced in whatever you're trying to do, they might be like, yeah, fuck, I remember going through that. This is what helped me. This is a method I used, and they might refer you to someone else. Bro, talk to the bro Jack. He's done it as well. He might have a different method, and then it's sort of you just get more eyes on the problem. So then you get more solutions, and then that just helps you. Just move forward.
Yeah, love that, bro. Would you also agree that 9 times out of 10 you don't actually truly, you may have an idea of how you're feeling, but you don't truly know how you're feeling until you actually voice it?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, hard. Especially like negative emotions. Is that what you're sort of talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. As in you like, for example, say, oh, I'm feeling shit today, and you think, okay, yeah, I'm feeling shit, and then you leave it, but not until you actually speak out loud, saying, you know what, I feel shit today, and you go, oh yeah, I am, and then you realize, okay, this is why. Okay, this is why I'm feeling shit. Why have I had this feeling for so long? That's what I'm trying to say is you don't actually. I'm trying to think of the word. You don't actually acknowledge it properly
Yeah.
until you voice it.
Yeah. Well, it's maybe don't worry about the why. Like it just because, like, bro, out of 7 days, I have shit days. Like I'm
Yeah, bro.
human. It's
Yeah,
about
bro.
having that awareness
Yep,
first.
yep.
Like, okay, it's one of those days. Just be aware. Like, okay, I feel like shit, but specifically what? Like specifically, what
Yep.
sort of shit do I feel? Is this like what? Am I feeling afraid of something? Am I just feeling down? Like specifically, what's going on here? Like, oh, I'm just tired. Oh, well, fuck, I'm just tired. Maybe I'll have a nap. But it could be a lot deeper than that. Like it
Yep.
just, yeah, just accept it. Firstly, be aware. Like, yeah, fuck, I
I
do
like
feel
that.
like shit today. Like so what happens next? How do we move forward? So
Yep.
like I'm a mental performance coach, bro. We're always figuring out how to move forward. So yeah, acknowledge it. Sweet. Well, what's the intention for today? How do we move forward?
hmm
And what's my priority? Like, so just give me one task. I'll do one task today, and I'll do that with my excellence. I feel like shit, but that's all good.
Yep.
I'll get back into it. Like as long as you do that task, whatever, with excellence, to the best of your ability, that's it. That's all you can do.
Yeah, bro. Now, I forgot to say at the start, so I'm going to say it now, and I want to leave it for a segment. Is you guys won't know, you may know this, but Curtis is an author of a book that I actually read. I read
Oh,
a
true.
bit of it, just get an idea of it, bro. Is from why me to try me. Now, that alone, bro. That is deep and powerful alone, bro. And I read the blurb. I don't want to spoil any of it. I
Yeah.
want you to talk about it, bro. From why me to try me. What is it about?
It's mindset, bro. Pretty
Yep.
much. I use my life as a vessel, bro, for mindset. Where everyone, bro, we get a decision. We need to make a choice every single day, and we have to make the decision. Do you want to be a victim or a victor? And that's the whole point of the why me to try me.
Yep.
Like, which one am I choosing? So yeah, I literally use my life story as a vessel, and specific moments in my life where I chose to be the victim or I chose
Yep.
to be the victor. and I sort of just lay the blueprint for people to move forward in life, just
Yep.
like, hey, this is what I did, this is what happened, I was the victim, I felt like shit, I felt sorry for myself, what a useless cunt, and then hey, I've had enough. I don't want to feel like this. I'm standing up. Try me. Like,
Yep.
instead of thinking, oh, this happened to me. Why does all this bad stuff happen to me? Why are people picking on me? Why are they doing this? Like, I'm a good kid. Like,
Yeah, bro, I get you.
but
Yeah.
then stepping out of that comfort zone and just like, nah, you want to bully me again? Try me.
Yep.
Like, try me. Like, yeah, that's it. And it's an attitude to life that it's an attitude that changed my life too, bro. Just like,
Yep.
nah, try me. Let's go. Like, so yeah, it went from people telling me that I couldn't achieve anything. Fuck, watch this then,
Yep.
and then anything that went wrong, oh yeah, like, here's a bit of adversity, try me, so that's essentially what the book's about, bro. And it's just like specific moments, bro, that were quite pivotal, and I go deep in it too, bro. Like, when I was writing it, I released quite a lot of fucking childhood trauma, that I
Yep.
forgot about. Bro, and yeah, there are like moments there, bro, where I was just bawling my eyes out crying, bro, because it took me back to those moments where, it was like complete loneliness, or just embarrassment. And I even speak about trying to end my life, and when I was 15, like,
Yep.
I speak about that, and like, that was quite hard for me to write. And then once it was published, bro, I almost didn't pull the trigger, because I was like, nah, fuck, bro, like, people might judge me, like, I'm literally telling my life story. These are things that my parents don't even know about
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
like, I talk about substance abuse, synthetics, bro. I was hooked on them. And yeah, I spoke about all of that, and I was like, shit, like, my family are gonna read this stuff, like, oh no. And I had a little panic attack, but I was like, oh, and I was like, oh well, fuck, let's go, try me. Like,
Did you
literally.
did you surprise yourself though with how much you put out there? Because like you just said, there's some things that your parents didn't even know. Were you surprised of how much you actually were willing to put out there?
Yes and no. Like,
Yep.
so I looked at it, and I was just like, everyone can benefit from this book. Like,
Yep.
this book has been created, so no matter who you are, no matter what sort of background you come from, there's
Yep.
there's something you can take away from this book.
Yep.
And so it was for the greater good, so I was like, I don't care about who wants to judge me about anything. This is for the greater good. This is going to save someone's life or change
Yep.
someone's life. And everyone that's read it, they've messaged me and just saying like how it's changed their perspective on things. And a lot of them didn't know that I went through some of that shit, so yeah, it was powerful, man. Yeah.
Did it did it actually physically, like you said with the advice for overthinkers, is to actually write it out?
Mm.
Did expressing what had gone through and what you'd been through, sorry, did you actually feel a release off your own shoulders?
Oh, bro, absolutely. Like, it
Yep.
just felt every day. It just felt lighter. I was
Yep.
just like, whoa.
Yep.
And then even coming up with how I was going to write it, and I was just
Yep.
like, well, there's no other way about it. Like, I have to tell the story from my birth, like, so from the birth until the day pretty much that I wrote it.
Yep.
That's the book, and since then, life has happened, and a lot has happened, so it's been amazing.
Now, I was gonna ask is I was actually looking over who you've worked with. You've worked with, and now I know that you like a bit of fighting yourself, bro. Is you've worked with a lot of cage fighters, MMA fighters. Is
Mm.
I've always assumed and believed to be a MMA fighter, you have to automatically be quite composed as it is. You have to
Mm.
be split second thinking, split second reaction, know what to do after this one. It's a lot quicker. It's a lot quicker sport. But reading something like one of the bros that you work with, he said he's had about 30 or so fights already, and he hasn't had a mental performance coach up until now, which is you,
Mm.
bro. And for someone like that, what have you seen that in a way they've needed the most to help them evolve in their form?
Bro, that's a good question. Because, bro, he's a veteran in the sport, bro, and in like the New Zealand fight scene, bro. He's been around for years.
Yeah,
But yeah, I think what I helped him with the most, bro, is a bit of like clarity,
yeah,
because he's got the experience. Um, yeah, just I wouldn't say doubts, but just yeah, coming back to clarity, just setting the intention, going into training, treating that training ground as sacred ground,
yeah,
and then it's just different, bro. Just
yeah,
going in with a different mindset. So it's like we didn't even adjust much, and now he just rings me up before a fight, pretty much on like fight week, and he was
yeah,
just like, yo, can we do that visualization thing, bro? And I was like, yeah, fucking hey, brother, and then yeah, we visualize what I do guided visualization for him, and I've got this own technique that I sort of stumbled upon, that he loves, and other clients love about it too. Yeah, so yeah, it's just the visualization, I guess, changed everything for him, because it was about creating memories that haven't happened yet, and
yeah.
working them to existence. So again, bro, just knowing the outcome.
Yeah, and has he actually the mental clarity? Has he expressed how it's actually helped them? Because I'm curious, because I didn't actually know. Obviously, 30 fights is a lot, but in terms of him doing that for his thing, the MMA cage fighting, his thing, has he expressed how that's helped him in an overall perspective of who he is?
Like exactly, like as he said, exactly what
Yeah,
has helped
as
him.
in the clarity, the clarity that
Mm.
he's gained for fighting. Although, how's it helped him outside of the cage?
Yeah, yeah. So not him, but his missus. His missus messaged me, and
Oh,
she's
wow,
just
okay,
like,
yep,
honestly, like, just the level of stress.
yep,
He just doesn't stress the same level. He just has that confidence. Like, and that's what it's about, is like creating that self belief, that confidence, just going into battle, knowing
yep,
what you're capable of, rather than,
yep,
oh fuck, what if I do this wrong? Because one of the things we do with the visualization is like visualizing worst case scenarios, like, fuck you on the bottom, bro, they're heavy and they're just dropping bombs, bro. How the fuck do you
yeah,
get out of that? Like, how are you getting out of that?
yeah, bro,
So if you can be there thousands of times in your head when it happens in the fight, you fuck, I've been here before, easy money, you
yeah,
know.
yeah. And it does everything, even that, bro. We've said a couple times, is the visualization, bro. Is when I used
Yeah,
to play footy in the morning of game day. It was visualizing plays. How I was going to position myself for certain
yeah,
plays.
bro.
If I received the pass, what I was going to do next. And
Yeah,
when you visualize it, it happens in the game. It's
yeah,
if it's in boxing, okay, he's going to hit me with this punch. How am I going to counter that? And it just happens. But that can happen in everyday life. Everyday life, okay, if I'm going to get hit with this challenge, this obstacle, how am I going to react? So when it comes to that moment, you're not stressed like, oh crap, okay, this is happening. What I'm going to do? You're not panicking.
yeah. That's it, because you've been there, bro. You know what's
Yeah,
coming.
bro.
You're like, let's go, let's get it. Fucking, this is what I'm gonna do once I get the ball here. That's where I'm gonna aim.
Yeah, bro.
And then
100%. Yeah, bro. It's a lot of people who contact me is they're in school. They're in school.
mm,
It's the high school stress, which is the Zoom call decided to cut out on us. But where we left off, brother, was high school stress. Now, as I said to you, bro, as a lot of people who tend to reach out to me are people who I went to school with, as in people who I was at school with. They were younger than me, or just people who I don't even know are at school. And the same thing is that I went through. They're either in their year 11, which is when you start to get into the stressful years. You have
yeah,
your big tests. It's your like I say, make or break years. It's where you decide whether you want to go through with school and pursue something, or you want to leave school. Uh, or they're at the end of the spectrum. They're coming into their last big test, going to the end of school where they're actually about to go into real life. And
mm,
the way I dealt with it is actually it wasn't quite healthy, and which is why I want to speak to you about it, bro. Is it got to the last year of school? It was coming up to the practice test for the last term, last year test. Sorry, and it was what I don't know what I want to do with life. I just started the podcast, which is what I wanted to do, but at school you're told go to university.
yeah,
find a job, know what you want to do before you leave. And for a lot of kids, 17, 18 year olds leaving school, is they get to the near the end of their school and they're like, shit, I have no clue what I want to do. They feel like they're a disappointment to themselves. They're like, my teachers have told me to have planned what I'm going to do for the past year, 2 years, and I don't know what I'm going to do.
Mm.
And the way I dealt with it was working straight away, and
Yeah, bro.
for me personally, that wasn't a good thing. I've never really been big on the whole 9 to 5. That hasn't brought me as much enjoyment as it does others. So going from school to working straight away, I felt, well, I've just wasted 3 years. I had 3 years to plan what I wanted to do with my life. These teachers were saying, plan, do this, do this, do that, and it's a lot of stress, and that really didn't help on my anxiety or my overthinking. And I still get people now asking, is how do I figure out what I want to do with life? And we spoke about it before when you said, know know the visions to your goals. Know why you want to do it, and then you'll
Mm.
figure out how to do it. But in a moment for someone who's in a high school, finishing high school, or even they could be trying to get that job they want to get, and they're feeling stressed, or they could be just, they can't figure out their life. Is What would you say to someone is, okay, in that moment of your mental dilemma of what the hell am I going to do with my life? Just do this. Just do this. Just
Yeah,
it's a hard question to answer, but just have this
yeah, yeah.
mindset. Have this mindset. So when the time comes, when you have that question, coming to the surface of what am I going to do with my life, just think about this.
Yeah, bro, that's a main question because I was in the same boat, bro. I had no
Yeah, bro.
idea. I had no idea what I wanted to do, and that's pretty much why I joined the Navy.
Yep.
Like because I could see what was going on, but I always had some sort of income since like I was maybe 12,
Yep.
12 or 13, so I was
Yep.
always able to do that. So it's just everyone's different, bro. Like everyone is different. If you want to be a lawyer or like an accountant or all those
Yep.
sorts of things, you sort of have to go to uni.
Yep.
But yeah, uni's not for everyone. But one thing I would say is like live life, is find a way to live life. So a lot of people go for their OE and stuff straight out of high
Yep.
school, but yeah, man, like experience the world, bro. Like, because you can go travel. Well, I don't know what it's like now because of the COVID things, but they're sort of uplifting now. But
Yeah,
you
bro.
can go backpacking and work at little places, and just build fucking life experience. If you don't know what you're up to, if you don't know what you want to do, go travel, man. Like
Yeah.
go like work so you can travel, and then while you're traveling find like jobs that you can do, like bartending or like something like that. I've got heaps of mates that just traveled the world and came back, and once they were back they're like the same person but just different. They knew exactly what they
Yeah.
wanted. They were able to see the world. They got out of their environment. That's like the biggest thing is get out of your environment. Like if you want to voice your dreams or whatever, and people are like, nah, you can't achieve that, like that's all good. That's just their opinion. Like get out of that environment and find another one. So just experience life. You don't need to travel the world or anything, but like go just live life, man.
I
Like live
love that. I
life.
love that. That actually answered my question perfectly. Is just live life, live life, and
Mm,
and Will said in the last episode. If you're around 18, late teens to 30s, bro, is like he said, is just try shit, just
very
try
actual.
shit, and it is, bro. It is. You may have an idea of what you want to do, and then you do it, and you go, hang on, I actually like this, or
Mm,
this is maybe okay. I've tried this. Let's try something else. It's exactly like Curtis said. It's just live life, and you may be like, okay, well, what's living life? Well, it's living life is doing something you like. It could be if you like hiking, go around the country and
yeah.
go to all the trails and hike them. If you're a sightseer, go see all the sights around the world or your country. There's so many opportunities for you to find. There's so much to learn about yourself that you don't know, and there's so many doors for you to open. It's doing football is okay. Yeah, I like football, but then I was like, okay, I actually love getting to know people. I love talking to people. I love
Yeah.
I love turning my negatives into positives and trying to help people. It's always been, how can I make this person happy? Always trying to put people in front of myself to say, okay, this person's feeling crap, I'm feeling crap, but I want to make sure they have a good day. And it's blossomed into something amazing, bro. And like yourself, from realizing, okay, I need to change something, or my life is going to go into a direction I don't want it to. Okay, what I'm going to do, go into the Navy, and you actually learn more about yourself. And now you're a mental performance coach, bro. You're an author. You're an author who's it's it's for you, it's probably unfathomable, but for someone else looking onto you, bro, it's really admirable. It's really is admirable, because
Thank you,
it's
brother.
moments like that when you're younger, bro. It's a real make or break pivotal moment, bro. And you, like we said before, is you accepted it and you go, okay, okay, what am I going to do now? How am I going? How am I going to direct my life so it doesn't go down the way I don't want it to? And so many more doors have opened from that, bro. And so many doors have opened from it. And like I said, it's looking onto it is very admirable. So I hope you're proud of yourself, bro. Genuinely.
Oh, bro, yeah, hard, like crazy proud,
Good,
like
bro. Good.
crazy proud. Yeah,
Yeah.
just throughout life, it's important for people to go through adversity. Like it's
Yep.
important for you to go through the shit,
Damn
because you're
straight.
gonna learn a lot about yourself, and
100%.
and that's the true you. It's when you're exposed to stress when you actually see your true character come out,
Mm.
and that's why I wanted to be a PDI in the Navy, bro. Is because joining the Navy, I was real chubby, and PDI, bro. Everyone feared the PDI because it was just fitness, bro. It was just like they just expose you to a stress that you've never been exposed to. Well, most people, some people that were fit, they could like get it, but
Yeah,
still
yeah,
they were
yeah.
exposed to stress as well, and really pushed outside of the comfort zone and forced to make decisions. And it's in those moments, bro, where you need to make those decisions that your true character comes out, bro. Like I used to watch like the real fit people and whatnot, like just crumble, bro, under pressure,
Yep.
and just like have a go at everyone instead of being supportive. Like yeah, it's real interesting, bro, when you go through adversity and stress, bro. Like the actual true character traits, the characteristics and whatnot, you can actually see who the real leaders are.
Yeah.
People stand up, like when they're fresh, like, yeah, I'm the leader, I'll lead you. And then once they're exposed to like proper stress, like a lot, like almost overwhelming, they crumble and they're like blaming people and,
Yeah, I get
like
you.
just swearing and whatnot. And then you see like the quiet guy in the corner, like, oh, I've got an idea. Maybe could we do it like this? And then out of the
Yeah.
blue, you're like, this fella, like when times have been peaceful, has contributed nothing. Like we never hear from them, but they just come in clutch.
When it's needed, eh? When
Like,
it's needed,
yeah,
eh?
like
Yeah, bro.
holy shit, where did that come from?
Yeah, man.
Like people overlook you during a peaceful time, and then but when you're in the stress, that's when you need someone that is able to have a sound mind, and can make clear decisions for
Yeah,
the
100%.
betterment of not only yourself but your team if you're in a team environment.
Yeah, bro, and I think that relays perfectly into what we said. Well, what you said before, bro, is about the people you surround yourself with. You need to have like-minded people, or people who can be there for you when you are exposed to when you are vulnerable to moments like that. You need to have
Mm,
people when you're vulnerable that will be like, hey Jack, sort your crap out. This is you need to own up to yourself for this. You need to realize what you've done, but you need to realize, okay, don't do it again.
mm,
There is a lot of vulnerable moments where, for example, I've had friends in the past where I've had really vulnerable moments, and instead of them picking me back up and being like, okay, bro, you need to sort your crap out. Okay, this is
mm.
what you did. What you did was not good for yourself and who you are, and you sort it out. They almost encouraged it.
Yeah,
They
bro.
almost encourage those vulnerable moments.
Yeah.
It is a lot of, and I'm going to use it again, like you said, is you become your surroundings. You do become your
Mm,
surroundings. You need to surround yourself with people who, like I said, are like minded, who not only envision what they want for themselves, but how they can bring others with them, and how they can help others when they're feeling vulnerable.
mm.
Is why I want to say that, 'cause it's exactly right, and that is a perfect answer to what I was going to ask. Is, do you have any advice to people who are trying to find who may be surrounding themselves with the wrong people and want to make a change?
Yeah, well, even that's a journey, bro. Like because you can start. leaving your sort of peer group and finding people that are like-minded. But
Yeah.
then after hanging out with those people, you find out that they're not actually like-minded, or there might be one that is out of five, and the rest, the other four are just fucking idiots,
Yep.
like,
Yep. Yeah, bro. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. I get you.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
or the other four just leech on to this one person, sort of
Yeah.
thing. So it's
Yep.
yeah, that's something I've experienced in my own life, like just trying to find like-minded people and whatnot. It's been a journey in itself, so I'll like go to hang out with people that make me feel good, and we support each other. But then you think the whole group is like that, and it's not quite like that, so it's just sort
Yeah.
of picking and choosing, and just creating your own little circle,
Yeah, bro.
and that's like literally what I'm up to now. Like, fuck, bro, like I yeah, my circle is so small. I've got my wife and kids. That's like one circle, but then
Yep.
in regards to like my inner circle, bro, there's like three of us at the moment. So like, but I know if I was to message them, if they're not at work, bro, they're there. They're
I'll be
gonna
there for
come
you,
through.
eh?
Yeah, bro,
Yeah, bro.
100, and vice versa, bro. Like,
Yeah,
if
bro.
the bro needs anything, like, I'm there. He knows that I've done it. We've done it for each other. So
Yeah. And
yeah.
that's I want to say to you, I feel like myself and Curtis will agree with it. Is don't be afraid to not cut people up, but let people go. If it's the better good for yourself and who you want to be, and who you need to be and where you want to go, is don't be afraid to let people go. If you know, like, truly in your heart and soul that these people aren't good for you, is don't be afraid to let them go. I say to people sometimes is you need to be selfish for yourself. You need to be selfish for yourself and making those critical changes, because it is true, and it's a lot of people think it's cliche, but I'm going to say it again, is you really do become what you surround yourself with. You
Very
really
hard.
do become what you surround yourself with, and it's unfortunately it's a lot of people don't realize it until it's too late. So it's if you can acknowledge that early on, that okay, these people, like Curtis said, these people aren't as like who I thought they were. They're maybe they have bad habits, or they're going down the wrong path, and you're feeling guilty for cutting yourself back because that's not who you want to surround yourself with. Is be selfish for yourself sometimes in moments like that.
Hard, bro. At the end of the day, it's your life.
Yeah,
Like,
bro.
it's not their
Exactly.
life. It's not
Yeah.
their life. Like, I can speak from experience. Like, if you're in high school still, like, bro, life isn't high school. Like, high school is just a small phase of life, man.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Yep.
like, just because they're there, and they make you feel safe, I guess,
Yep.
doesn't mean that they're good for you. Like, so
100%.
it,
That's so good.
it's
Yeah.
yeah, it's not going to be easy to let them go, but just yeah, just move on. Like, if you think they're good for you, don't listen to what they're saying. Watch their actions. If their
Oh,
actions
yeah.
don't line up with your morals, bro, if they don't line up with your values, then they're wrong. They're
Yep.
wrong for you. They'll be good for someone else, but like at that moment in time where you're trying to move forward, bro, like, yeah, just step away from that, and just live life. And going back to what I was saying about just living life and
Yep.
experience life for the full, try not to, like, and I feel hypocritical for saying it, because when I was younger, I just fucking substance abuse, bro, drugs, alcohol. I went hard, like, I went fucking crazy hard.
Yep.
But try not try not to do to like, try not to get attached to like escapism. Try not to drink,
Mm.
to sort of escape your reality. Like, fucking embrace it. It's tough. Life's tough, man. Life is hard, and it's beautiful. That's the beautiful thing about it. Like, it's just gives you another opportunity to get some. Like,
Damn
that's
straight, bro. Damn
that's
straight.
that's
Yeah.
what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, so me, bro, I've been off the alcohol for like 5 years now, so
Well
like,
done, bro. Well done.
yeah, but
Yep.
that's a decision I made for myself, for my family,
Yep.
as a role model. I don't judge people that drink, like, yeah, if you want to drink, have a good time, go for it. I'm not encouraging people to just quit drinking.
Yep.
But if you want to, man, it's the best decision I ever made because I make poor decisions when I'm wasted.
Hmm.
You know, like and that was the culture I grew up in, was like get fucked up. You know, that
Yeah.
was the culture I grew up in. And you know, I was always about drinking everyone under the table, you know, and then what used to make me go harder for longer was drugs, you know. So I'll do
Hmm.
drugs and then I could drink for days, you know, fucking it was no good, bro. It doesn't. It gives you a false sense of security. You know, it
Yep.
gives you a false sense of happiness. And yeah, the where the magic is fucking exercise and water. Like
Agreed,
straight
bro.
up,
Yeah,
like
agreed, bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
yeah, like that's where the magic is. I remember doing a workout with one of my bros last week, you know, and he had always been talking to me about how he wants to do like more circuit training sort
Yep.
of thing. And I was like, well, fuck, that's my bread and butter, bro. Let's go. We'll do a session. And after the first round, bro, he like stood up and felt real lightheaded. And he was like, fuck, man, I used to pay for this. I used to pay for this feeling. Holy shit. Yeah. You know, like but you know, like, it was a buzz, you know, and then yeah, so yeah, just get those endorphins the natural way, you know, like there's no need for drugs. Like by all means, like experience them, try them if you want, you know, as long as you're in
Mm-mm.
a safe environment. Like I said, but I felt quite hypocritical saying don't do it because you know I spent years abusing it.
Yeah, but you can
But
say that now from experience, though, bro.
that's
Yeah,
right,
it's not
that's
being
right.
hypocritical. You can say it from experience. You know, you can put your knowledge and your experience onto someone who may be thinking about it to avoid the lessons that you learnt later on from looking back on it.
Bro, hard and looking at my circle of friends from back in those days, like I'm one of the lucky ones, bro. Like
Yep.
it ruined a lot of my mates. You know, my mates started fucking on the Navy base. We've got like a canteen there where you can tick up TVs, sound systems, all those
Yep.
things and shit. You know, like bro, they'd go tick shit up, sell it at cash converters, get the cash, and fucking buy drugs, buy synthetics. You know, and then it started getting real bad, bro. And then fuck, bro, one of my mates, bro, he ended up robbing the boys, you know, like he'd break into the bro's house, steal everything, bro, sell
Yep.
that at cash converters, go get some drugs, bro. He ended up in prison, bro. Not just him, heaps of them. He ended up in prison for going down that path, bro. But this one specific mate, bro, ended up on the news, bro, because he was in those prison fights, you know, like so they made it on the news, and you know, it wasn't. It's not a good place, man. Drugs. He was the man, bro. Real good person, bro. Real clever, real smart, but just got caught, bro. Caught by the fucking the dark claw of
Yeah, bro.
substance abuse, bro. Yeah, still real onto it, man. Like,
Yep.
it is what it is, man. I distanced myself from that fella, and did once shit started going that way. Because yeah, fucking nothing good comes from that lifestyle, man.
Yeah, 100%, bro. And unfortunately, saying it as well is a lot of the times those people who go down that path is they see it as a quick fix, a quick fix for what's really going on. But I can agree with you, bro. Is drinking? I try to drink 3 liters of water a day. Is
Beautiful.
the different feeling. It's the buzz without having to drink alcohol. If you well, you know what I mean, bro. As you get
Hard.
to the end of the day and you feel cleansed, you really feel cleansed, and you feel revived. You feel really revived, and it's not just okay. Feel this feeling, then wake up the next day with a hard headache because you had a quick
Bro.
fix last night. It's and exercise as well. Exercise especially running. Especially running
Yeah, yeah.
is you chuck in your headphones and it is the endorphins. I'm trying to think of a way to express it for those who haven't felt it before. It's one of those feelings you can't explain. As you're halfway through a
Yeah.
run and you've been burning hard, you've been working through, you got tight hamstrings, you got sore legs, you're halfway through your run, and it's that self validation again. Oh my god, I've just run for 20 minutes. I feel
Mm.
amazing. I feel amazing. I didn't have to go to the town and get drunk to have this feeling. I did it in my area around my road.
Hard out.
It's those simple changes. And if I want to say is if you tune in now, if you feel that you have to take drugs or to take alcohol to feel better and to fix how you're feeling, is to reach out to myself or Curtis, or reach out to a family member, someone who you can trust and feel safe, because you shouldn't be having to have that mindset and be in that place that only when you're on that buzz is when you're happy. You know,
Yeah.
you should be happy when you wake up and not have to think, okay, I'm gonna get blackout drunk tonight so I feel good. You know, you
Mm.
should be able to go out and have a good time without doing that. So if you're in that mindset or that position, please reach out. You know how to reach out. Reach out to myself or Curtis or someone who you can trust and someone you love.
Absolutely. And another thing that really helped me personally
Yeah, bro.
is having an attitude of gratitude.
Yeah.
Like when you put that post out, bro, it's like what's something you're grateful for, bro. And
Yep.
I said like clean undies, like to be
Yeah, bro.
honest,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
bro, like straight up, bro, facts.
Yep.
Like I like I'm grateful for everything, bro. You know,
Yep.
like I'm grateful for my wife, my children, our beautiful family, our house, bro. Fucking clean undies, bro. A warm bed. You know, like it's just
Yeah, bro. The little things, hey.
people, bro. Actual, you know, like I feel like people often get too deep with that one, you know, and they
Yep.
try to not one up each other, but like they just try to get deeper and deeper. But like, fuck, I'm just I'm grateful that there's water in the tap. You know, like
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, bro.
drink
Yeah, yeah.
drinkable water.
Yep.
Drinkable water. You look over in Africa, bro. They need to walk like 10 k's to get fucking water that's questionable, you know,
Yep.
and then walk 10 k back, you know, and they've got to feed their family and you know like that water. So man, it's not always about getting deep about what you're grateful for. It's just about being grateful for everything that you have,
Yeah, damn straight,
because
bro.
if you're not, bro, if you're not grateful for the things that you currently have, bro, how are you expected to be grateful for the things that you actually want? You know,
Yeah.
like even money. People talk about money all the time. You know, just be grateful for what you have, man. Like, you know, it's always enough. You know, like people are like, oh man, I don't have enough for this. I'm grateful for what I have. You know, like it's if you've got $2 in your bank account, like fuck, I'm grateful for that $2.
Mm,
You know,
mm,
like
mm.
it's just literally, bro, being grateful for everything, bro. Be grateful for the flaws that you have, you know, your insecurities. Be grateful for those as well.
Yeah, bro.
And just, bro, your life changes, man. Straight
Yeah.
up.
And with the grateful and appreciation kind of aspect, bro, is my younger sister, she saved up a couple of weeks ago to buy one of those smartwatches, you know, just
Man.
one from one of those little stalls in the mall. And
Oh
when
yeah, bro.
she,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, when she got home, bro, I said, oh, what's that? You know, she said it's a watch, and I said, oh, how'd you get that? She said, I saved up, and I
Mm,
tried to make it a big thing. I said, you know, well done. I said, well
yeah.
done. That appreciation she can give to herself. I said, well done for saving up for that. You know, well done it because I'm trying with her is trying to build the mindset that my mother gave me. You know, is you work for what you want. You know, you don't ask for anything. You work for what you
Yeah.
want because that appreciation to yourself and that gratitude you can give to yourself. You know, you feel like you've done something amazing. You know, and
Absolutely.
and I didn't click with her at first, but then she came back and said thank you. She's only 9. She came back and said thank you, and
Yeah.
I tried to teach her. I said no, it's you won't know now, but when you're older, you'll realize that saving up for that it's an amazing thing. It'll set you up for a lot of things. You know, not having to rely on someone else. You know, you can rely
Mm,
on working hard. You can work hard for what you want. You can get what you want and feel good about it. And it's that gratitude, the gratefulness, like you said, is the appreciation of having what you have, and not worrying about what you don't have.
yeah, bro. Absolutely. And that's what I'm trying to do with my kids as well, bro. Is instead of giving them the shit that I never had, I'm
Yep.
trying to teach them the stuff that I never knew, you know,
Yeah,
because I
bro.
was like,
Yep. Yep.
there's way more value there, you know, like if I just teach them to be a better human, you know, at least they can
Yeah.
be in society being a good human and having strong values and you know just being good, you know. Even with my daughter, I've got her doing jujitsu now, you know, and I've expressed to her, I was like, if someone's picking on you at school or you
Hmm.
know if they're doing anything to you at school and you don't like it, you tell them to stop, you know, like tell them, give them heaps of warning, you know, you
Yep.
tell them like 3 times to stop. If they don't, if you're in a situation where you can tell a teacher, tell a teacher. If nothing happens from it and it continues, fucking waste them, like you know, straight up. And I was like, and you make sure that others are watching so you can
Yeah.
set an example of this person and like not to fuck with you, because I guarantee you that I'll leave you alone. So yeah, like I was like, you do it, and as long as you follow that,
Oh.
I will back you up. Like if the principal calls me to the office, I will back you up 100%. I'll be like, hey, this is what I've told her. She told her teacher. Teacher did nothing about it, so she was forced to take matters into
She
her own
gave three
hands.
warnings.
3 warnings is
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
more than I ever was given when I was a kid, bro. Fuck. You know, like yeah. So it's giving her, just empowering her. Like
Yeah,
hey,
bro.
if nothing gets done, you make shit happen.
Yeah.
And she's sharp, bro. She can choke me out. So that's bro. Yeah, she's got she's got it there, bro. Yeah, she's pretty handy.
I'm sure the wife wasn't too happy about that one, eh, bro?
Nah. She understands. Oh, she wasn't at first, but now she understands. She understands what I'm doing. Yeah. So yeah, she's sort of on board now. She's like,
Yeah.
yeah, true, yeah, do it.
I guess
We're
you're right,
like
Curtis.
yeah, but we're like other members of our family. They're like, no, never. Like
Yeah,
never
yeah.
do that. Like violence isn't the answer. I was like, yeah, it's not always the answer, but it is an answer. Like if you try other things and it's not happening, well, fuck, I guess we're choosing violence today.
Three strikes and you're out.
Whoa,
Oh, that's gold. That is gold. That is gold, bro.
Yeah.
Now, I want to ask, bro, is what's next for yourself, brother? What's next for yourself? Where do you want to see yourself go?
Oh, bro, there's heaps that I want to achieve, of well, like last year was hard.
Yeah.
Like last year was real hard. Because although the mental performance coaching stuff pays really well,
Yep.
last year it wasn't paying as consistently. I wasn't getting the clients that I needed to get, and I went into like business with a friend,
Hmm.
and that sort of that went to shit real fast, and then I lost that friend. Don't want to buy off him. Life got real hard, bro, like real. It
Yeah.
was yeah, it was tough, man. And then I ended up in a position where we really needed to make ends meet, and but I was working like 3-4 different gigs, like bro, I was even handing out flyers for fucking calendar girls, like I was, bro, like straight up, bro,
Yeah.
like so I remember for a week straight, bro, like 7 days back to back, bro, I was working 18 hours and like 3-4 different gigs, bro, just going from like landscaping to fucking cleaning toilet, like scrubbing toilets, bro.
Hmm.
Literally I was scrubbing shit and spew off the wall, I was just doing anything to make to provide for my family and pay the
Yep.
bills. And I discovered like real quickly that we needed to be in a position of like almost that financial independence, where I don't need to put my time and energy into everything to create income, so trying to set up something. Yeah, so last year was tough. Those things happened, and then I managed to pick up like it's a full-time job, and now I'm doing the mental performance stuff on the side because it's still something I'm very passionate about, and I
Yep.
believe that's my God-given gift. Is I can make people believe in themselves. So that's another reason why I sent you that fucking picture last night, because
It did,
that
bro. Honestly, it did. It was one of those things that I looked at it, and I'll be honest. I was in the Burger King drive-through when you sent it to me, and
haha, man.
I was really having to feed after work, and it was one of those things. I looked at it, I was like, okay, what's this? I looked at it a couple of times, and it clicked, and I thought about it. It was one of those things where you look at it and you realize what it is, and it sparks something, and all these dots start connecting, and you go, okay, well, this situation happened because of this reason, and it was that, like you said, it shows you're a genius and you're at the top, and something happens, you're like, okay, I know nothing, but then there's a steady line of growth. It's
Yeah,
not straight all the time. You'll hit obstacles and bumps, but it's a
yeah,
steady line of growth, bro. And when you send that to me, genuinely, it all clicked. It all
yeah,
clicked.
bro. So that's what happened to me last year, bro. Like everything just went to shit
Yep.
overnight. Like it was pretty much overnight, bro. Like everything, clients dried up. Like fuck, I'd made myself redundant.
Yeah, bro.
I
Yeah.
done two almost too well of a job, so they weren't coming back, which
Yeah.
then forced me into like trying to find other streams. And then I thought like going into business with my mate would be amazing, like and like the business model. I did all the heavy lifting. Like I did all the admin, set up all the standard
Yep.
operational procedures, like systems is what I was good at from the Navy. And then he was just too greedy, he was overcharging and undercutting the staff and paying himself first. And bro, like that, it was terrible, so like that whole thing happened, bro, and it felt like it was almost overnight. So for me, I had a look at what my weakness was and what I thought my weaknesses were as like an online coach, I guess.
Hmm.
And I was like, sales, man, I suck at closing. I can attract, I can deliver, but I can't close. So I was like, I need to find a job where I can, like, I guess, refine this art of sales.
Yeah, bro.
And like I stayed the course, like although all the shit was happening, like bro, I was burnt out from that 1 week of just working 18 hours, bro, back to back. And I don't know how some people do it, bro. Straight up, like I don't understand how people can actually do 18 hours, bro, back to back every single day, because I was fucked. And I was very grateful that we went into that lockdown,
Hmm.
last year,
Hmm.
because I slept for 3 days. Like I was just like really, really just gone, bro. Like I was burning at the wick at both ends, bro. And yeah, like my wife warned me, she was just like, careful, you're gonna burn out. And I was like,
Yep.
nah, I'm built for this shit. Like it's just like my mindset. And then yeah, bro, coming into that lockdown, bro, slept for 3 days. And she's like, well, I told you. And I was like, yeah,
You
I
did.
I
Yeah.
I burnt out. Like I
Yeah,
burnt
bro.
out. I
Yeah.
fucked
Yeah.
up. But then I was able to reflect, so like, how am I going to generate this income? So I recorded like a video course, and then so during that lockdown, I was able to sell a few of those, which then got us through that like, I guess it got us through 4 weeks,
Yep. Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
but I stayed the course, perceptions, projection. I always knew my outcome, and I was like, well, I need to get a gig in sales. I never looked, bro. I never looked for a job. Like the next day, someone messaged me and they're like, hey, one of the boys recommended you for this job. Like, would you be keen? And I was like, well, like, and it was a sales role. And I was like,
Yep.
yeah, man, fucking, what do I do? So I sent my CV off to his manager. But 2 weeks later, bro, I had a full paying job, bro. It came with a car, that came with a fuel card, that, like, bro, it just answered all the things that I needed crossed off at the moment, like at that time. And I was just like, whoa, fucking thank you. Like, thank you, God, thank you, universe, thank you. Like,
Yeah.
fuck, it just everything, like, and I'm back onto that slow rise now, and now, so where I want to go is to be able to do the coaching again, like full time, because I did it full
Yep.
time for 2 years, and it just dried up, so obviously I've done a few of the strategies wrong. I thought I was shit at sales, but I'm really good at it. I just used the wrong strategy.
Yep.
So now my goal is to build up like that steady income through the coaching, through other means of income, but to also replace the current job
Hmm.
where I get, another vehicle, with a fuel card, those sorts of things. So I was looking into it, like once business is booming to where I want it to be, like purchasing a vehicle on lease, rather than
Yeah, bro.
than
Yeah.
than buying it, so they purchase it on lease for the company, and then have a lease card for the fuel, and then it's just thinking differently, bro. Like it's different owning your own business, like it's just, yeah, life is just different. The challenges are different. But like, yeah, the bigger the goal, the harder the walk, I guess. So yeah, for what's next for me is that sort of stuff, and just creating just a better system where I can speak to more people,
Yep.
and influence a lot more people. That's what I truly want, bro. Is I want to change lives, man. Because New Zealand, bro, there's what, 5 million of us, bro, and we punch well above our weight. And on the grand scheme of things, bro, we punch well above our weight. There's more people in Sydney than there are in our entire
Yeah, bro.
country,
Yep.
and like, we're the world's best at a number of different things. So coming from such a small nation with the right attitude, we can achieve more. Like what's stopping us from being the best country in the world? Like when you look at our economy, it's a bit shaky at the moment, but bro, our biggest thing is export. Like, well,
Mm-mm.
what if we stopped exporting and kept it for ourselves and generated our own income, and just fed, like, supported locally, and everything coming back to us rather
Yeah,
than going, oh, obviously the money is overseas, but fuck the money, man. Let's build our nation and become a fucking solid nation, because
I love
bro,
that.
we are solid, bro. Like even going overseas with the Navy, doing exercises with other nations. We did this thing called RIMPAC, and it's like I think there are like 42 different nations there,
Hmm.
and like heaps of different ships. And so this is in 2012. We were over there. It was the first time New Zealand was invited back to RIMPAC since like the 80s or 70s, because of, like, we didn't let America in with one of their nuclear ships. Like,
Yeah,
so they
right.
cut us, bro. They cut us off. So it was our first time back there. And 2012, yeah, there are heaps of different nations and heaps of different ships, bro. Our nation, because it's just war games, like nautical war, um, bro. And our ship of 150 people, we came third overall out of all the ships that were there. And we were beating aircraft carriers that had 5,000 people. Like we put the stamp, like we laid the challenge. So there are two aircraft carriers that beat us. Both were from the US, and then it was us, and then it was the US, and then maybe like some other country, Aussie. But bro, like, we punch well above our weight, and it's our attitude. Like, it comes down to our environment. You look at our country as a whole,
Yep.
like the landscape, it's beautiful and it's rugged. And we reflect the same sort of thing, same sort of attitude. When we're not busy fucking pulling each other back down, we are beautiful and we're rugged and we're very resourceful with what we have. We make things out of nothing. They talk about that number 8 wire mentality, bro, and that's
Yeah,
us.
bro.
That's New
Yeah,
Zealand, bro.
yeah, yeah, bro.
So
When we're united as a whole, bro, we're dangerous. We're dangerous as a country when we're united as a whole. When we've got when everyone's got everyone's back, when everyone supports each other, when everyone brings each other up, bro. It's a different country.
work hard. Like, and I truly believe we could be the best in the world if we
Yep.
just fucking stop the bullshit and just support each other. Like,
Yeah, man.
just
Yeah, hundred
support
percent,
each
bro.
other.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
100%. Now I want to ask for. I feel you're the perfect person to ask advice for, brother. I really do, genuinely. Is I was going to ask it before, and I've thought about now how to word it differently. Is how do you use your past, like we said, adversity, your past experiences to your advantage, whether that be to building new skills, to putting it into new lessons, so you can have other people to put it into, paving a better path for you that maybe you didn't have in the past.
Yeah, yeah. So just, you can speak from experience. Like, so actually, when people are going through things and whatnot, if you've been through the exact same thing, that's how you can help them. You're like, hey, I
Mm-mm.
remember, I remember sitting my NCA exams. Like, I sucked at school. I was no good at it, but I found that when it came time to study, this is what I went through. So you can actually speak from
Yeah.
experience. So, like, enjoy those tough times. Really appreciate those tough times when shit goes wrong. Really take a moment to understand what went wrong, um, how things went wrong around you, and then
Hmm.
what did you do to get out of that situation? Because then you've got that scar is there forever. Like, this is what I did, this is how I got through it. So they really embrace those tough times, and because, yeah, they're always there to give to someone younger.
Mm.
And the youth, they don't know. They just don't know because they're still young. They think that they've experienced it all, but really they haven't. So it's just guiding them. Just giving them advice. If they don't want to take it, they don't want to take it. Like,
Yeah.
it is what it is. They'll learn their way. I was like that. I was that little. Well, I wasn't cocky, but I was portrayed quite cocky. When I was young in my Navy career, people would be like, yo, don't do that. This will happen. I was like, nah, fuck, I'll make it work. and it happened. Like whatever they said would happen, it
Yeah,
happened.
yeah,
I fucking told you, bro. Like, listen. So I was just like, oh shit. They'll be like, nah, don't do it that way, bro. This will happen. I was like, nah, no, watch, I'll do it. And they're like, okay. And it happened. I was like, fuck. So what I learned was to actually listen to people.
yeah, bro. Yeah, yeah,
If someone tells me like it's not gonna work that way because this will happen, that's them speaking from their experience. So
yeah,
if someone says that to you, then ask them the solution. Just be like, okay, if this isn't going to work, how did you do it? Well, what is a better way? Maybe you're doing it a way and they haven't done it, so they might be
mm,
like, yo, don't do that way. And it's just like, well, have you done it? No, I haven't done it like that. Maybe just let me try. Like, because it could be a better way, it could be
yeah,
more
bro.
efficient, could be more effective. So always be open to trying new things. But if someone tells you like this certain way doesn't work because of X, Y, and Z, then they're speaking from experience. Like, so if you're like me and need to prove someone wrong, then you'll fail, but it's all good. You'll learn from that
Yeah, yeah,
failure.
yeah.
And then you might find a different way to achieving that.
Yeah, bro. I love to. I came up with a thing where it's if something doesn't go right, if it's for a personal standpoint, is step back, replan, change your
Mm.
perspective, and re-attack.
100%, bro. 100. And it was cracker because I had a client just before we started this,
Yeah, yeah,
and that's one of the things that I told him, was like take a step back, bro, and just observe
yeah,
what is going on. And then you'll notice all of the problems, write the problems down, and then focus on the solutions, not the
yeah.
problems, focus on the solutions. And then so it's fuck yeah, bro. Just the power of observation, bro, is powerful, man. Like
Love
straight
that.
up.
Yeah, yeah, bro. I love
Mm,
that. I love that. That is so bloody true. That is
mm.
so true. You can. There was a saying. It was you can learn knowledge from reading, but I think I might got it mixed up. But you can learn knowledge. You get knowledge from reading, but you get wisdom from experience.
All
I think
right.
I think it's that way. I think it's that way. Yeah, 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 bro.
Straight up, and that's all wisdom is, bro. Wisdom is just applying a theory and doing it. So then you
Mm,
get that
mm.
wisdom, and it goes back to like those older fellas telling me, like, bro, don't do it that way. That way doesn't work, brother. I'm like, nah, fuck you, bro. Watch this, and then it didn't work, eh?
Should have
Like,
listened. No, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
but I was young, bro.
yeah,
I had a
bro.
point to prove. Like
Yeah,
shit.
bro.
Oh well, start again. Like, and that's always an option
You
too.
live and you learn, eh, bro? You live and you
That's it,
learn.
bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
if you stuff something up, fuck, start again. All good.
Yeah, bro.
Start
Yeah,
again.
100%. 100%, bro. Now, I want to hand it over to you, brother. I want to hand it over to you. Like we said, I want you to put anything out into the universe that you feel needs to be put out there. Anything that you want to put out there personally. Any
Mm.
advice or any core advice from yourself, from lessons you've learned that you feel could really help someone tuning into our conversation.
Yeah, brother, of course, man. Self-belief. Self-belief is a big one that we neglect as humans, So if you've got a dream, it doesn't matter what it is. If you actually know what you want to do in this life and you really want to go after it, bro, believe in yourself. Like actually believe in yourself. Don't let any doubt come in. Like, because at the end of the day, once you've got that idea, you put it into action. And once you've got the wheels in motion, that's the hardest part. The hardest part is starting. So start, take action, do it, and you always get immediate feedback. From that immediate feedback, bro, it fuels your belief system. You either believe that you're on track or you're not. If you're not on track, well, then how do you get it back on track? So coming
Mm.
back to that idea that's leading to your dream, like fuck, I gotta shift it up just a little bit. Okay, I believe this might work. Okay, cool, let's put that into motion. So just put the wheels into motion. Always put it into motion, and yeah, you'll keep growing that way. And always seek more knowledge. Keep learning. That's probably one of the biggest things I do every single day is I seek more knowledge on anything and everything. As long as you keep learning, we're designed to absorb more information. As humans, that's what we are created to do. When you think about, so we've got our. Bro, do you mind if I just go on a little
No,
tangent
bro,
here,
go
bro?
for it. Go
Yeah,
for it,
yeah,
bro. Yeah, bro, of
bro.
course.
I didn't mean for this to happen, but I
No,
guess
no,
this
go
is,
for it, bro.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
it.
So we've got our conscious mind and our unconscious mind, also known as our subconscious or our subjective mind, right? So our conscious mind is able to process about 175 bits of information per second. That's quite a lot. But your unconscious mind, it sees and hears all. So that's your subconscious mind. When they talk about subliminal messages, that's targeting your unconscious mind, bro. That's able to process over 1 million bits of information per second. So when you think about that, your conscious mind, you look around, I'll see a pen, pick it up, that's your conscious mind at work, and you make decisions based off your conscious mind. But your unconscious mind, it controls your lymphatic system, central nervous system, the heart, the oxygen, bro. Just everything that the human body does, the unconscious mind is in control of that. So when you start planting seeds through affirmations and through like positive self-talk and gratitude, you start planting those to your unconscious mind. What that does is it fuels those to your conscious mind. So now your conscious mind doesn't just see what random shit, it starts getting a lot more specific. So what the unconscious mind does is it breaks things down, and this is part of, I guess, the communication model. So when you see things, we only see certain things, right? Your unconscious mind, it deletes, distorts, and generalizes things. So if you've got like, there's an exercise people do where it's like red shirt. Don't think of a red shirt. First thing people think of is a red shirt, and then so your unconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a positive and a negative, right? So here's red shirt, and bang, red shirts are everywhere. But then if you tell yourself, like, count how many red shirts are in the room, it starts like deleting, distorting, and generalizing everything. So it's like, yeah, there's a red shirt, there's a red shirt. Well, that's like a faded red, but it's still sort of red. That's maroon. That's red. I guess pink. I think that's white and red. Like it starts like putting all of these into a category, and then you start focusing on those things. So when you start planting those unconscious thoughts and those affirmations, telling yourself you're something when you're not just yet, it starts believing that, and those things start to get attracted to you. You start seeing more of them. You start to see more opportunity, through the deleting, the distorting, and generalizing. You start to attract more of them. There's this thing that psychologists call your fucking, it's like your reticular activating system. It's located just below the hypothalamus or something, like in your pineal gland anyway. But that's how it works. Like it sees those things that you start to focus on. And that's like the reason why I said focus on the solution and not the problem, because the more energy you put into focusing on something, the more that comes back to you. And that's how the law of attraction works, bro. It's through the unconscious mind. That's how it works. People can call it God, people can call it universe, subconscious mind, the subjective mind. It doesn't matter what you call it, as long as you believe and have faith, bro. So that self-belief and that faith that you have in yourself is huge, bro. And even if you don't believe in any of those things, just believe in your purpose, because your purpose is, that's a universe of itself. That's like God as itself. You are created to be amazing. Everyone has been given a gift, but somewhere down the line, you've just let the opinions of other people really get to you, and you just haven't gone after it because you believe them rather than yourself. So start focusing on yourself and really plant those seeds. Affirmations are powerful, but they're only powerful if you believe in them. So every morning, bro, I journal. I just write things down. I write things that I'm grateful for. I write down the things that haven't happened yet that I'm still grateful for. I believe it's already happened, and they happen. Then I also write down affirmations. I write down like 15 different I ams every morning, and like that there plants that seed of that unconscious seed, and makes me actually want to do it. So then when I'm confronted with something where I have to be relentless, like, fuck, here it is, let's get some, and once you've got your goals down, like written down, you need to be relentless. Like, you need to stop. You at nothing to achieve those. Anti-fragile. Becoming anti-fragile is huge as well. People talk about resilience, and that's about like having the ability to just keep on getting up and going. But what anti-fragile is having the ability to come back stronger each
Hmm.
time you've been knocked down, each time you've been through shit, you come back stronger, so having that ability to be anti-fragile, and the only way to be it is to do it, so that's why I tell people, that's why I tell clients and just everyone, when life is hard, fucking embrace it, like thank you, for the challenge. This is just another day, another opportunity to get some, so yeah.
Nah, thank you for that, bro. Thank you for that. That's really powerful. That's really powerful. Anti-fragile. I love that. I love that.
Mm.
And yeah, yeah. Even starting last night again when you sent me that photo, bro. To just listening to you then is it's not until you hear someone say something that relates to you or something you've been dwelling on till all
Mm.
the lines start to connect. So I want to say thank
Absolutely.
you. I want to say thank you for what you spoke about just then, brother. Like genuinely, thank you from me personally.
You're welcome, brother. And I guess for not only but for you, but all the listeners, people listening, write that shit down. What I just said, what we've gone over, like literally write it down, because
Yeah.
that's pretty much what I do with my clients, and most of them are doing all right, like so write it down.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, genuinely. Now, I wanna say thank you again. I especially want to say thank you for putting up with the typical Jack mistake of not paying the bills, bro. Genuinely, thank
That's
you
all
for
good.
that.
You're welcome, brother. Thank you for the opportunity, bro.
No, I appreciate it, and like we've said personally, bro. We'll have to do something when the time presents itself, where we can connect in person, bro, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Keen as.
100%, bro. Now, I want to say thank you again for Curtis for taking the time, bro, for coming on the podcast. And if there's something that you could take out of our chat, whether it's something I said or that Curtis said, like Curtis said, write it down. Write it down and don't be ashamed to use what was said to help you. Use what was said to help you and empower you up to, like Curtis said, to get some, to win the day, to win the week, to get some. Genuinely, don't be ashamed. As always, I love you very much. You know how to get in contact with me. Like I said halfway through the episode, is if you're in a position where you feel you have to do something to be happy that you can't be happy without doing, is please reach out. Please reach out. Please reach out if you're having a bad day. Reach out to myself or Curtis or anyone that you love or trust. Like I mentioned, please be selfish for yourself sometimes and take care of yourself. As I always say, I love you very much. You know how to get in contact with me. Remember to do what makes you happy, do what you know is right, and do what you need to do for yourself. Until next time, love yourself, stay safe, and have an amazing day.
Let's go.